it's really going to take to really break through that root ultimately is going to take some spiritual efforts, some magical efforts, because our astral body is what we're affecting. So to affect our astral body, we need to enter our astral body. And we enter our astral body through sound. And we clear our blood in our body through diet. So we have the subtlety to enter the astral body. When we enter our astral body and begin to transform it, we pull things to us. Because our astral body is filled with all sorts of things, including our fears, our thoughts, this, our impressions, everything we've been watching, absorbing, everything we've been eating. It makes our astral body what it is. And so this is where when we do the mantras, we create the energy of the mantra, the body of that particular deity in our astral body, who then does the work of changing our karma, transforming our karma, reminding us who we are, because we feel our astral bodies. Before we even get a cold, it's apparent in our astral body. Everything happens there first. So we affect our astral body, we change our physical body, we change our mind, we change our feelings, we change what happens to us, we change our life, we change our effect on other people. The power comes in the aura. Our own feeling of personal power, our own true feeling of personal power, and our effect on this world and the power we have in this world, the power for good. And our presence is felt in this way. You can't fake it. The presence is when you are not squirming away or squirreling away from yourself because of evasion of what's being shown to you and where you're at, what you now need to consume, like how Shiva consumed the poison and turned it into nectar. Fearlessly, we must drink our own poison. This is what we need to do, and the poison becomes nectar by process of alchemy. Alchemy is Tantra. Tantra is what I'm talking about. All the sounds, all the craziness, it's all Kali, it's all the Maya. The stillness and the peace you can feel within the craziness is also Kali. But it's Shiva, Shivoham, 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 Shivoham. I am Shiva. Kali remembers who she is when you remember who you are. And that's when the chaos ends. And that's when the pain and friction and selfishness ends. Because she is always with us and she is always in us. And the mirrors are everywhere. Be careful what mirror you look into, and be careful what mirror you respond to. Because just because someone's showing us a face we don't like, we don't have to show a bad face back to them. We see a face we don't like, we hear something we don't like. We don't have to be that mirror. We can let it we don't have to catch that ball. That's how our karma transforms. And when we feel the presence of Shiva, or that serenity in our lives through spiritual practices, we won't respond like that anyway. We'll have the space. We'll have a different sort of consciousness that spontaneously will allow us to react differently. This is how we change our life. This is how we open our heart. Is that we need a lot of space to open our heart. And we have a lot of clutter psychically coming in from our own past actions and possibly from other people around us. So people have asked me about psychic toxicity. Yes, it's possible. However, we can't live in fear. We make good choices. We do what we can to get out of negative environments. But if you're having like a neighbor that you have a problem with and you can't move, you have to hold your space. You have to make yourself stronger. You have to realize that neighbor is also the Divine Mother. You have to get in a space where you can love your enemies as yourself, because your enemies are yourself. That's the key. That's an open heart. We are all one. And I know it's not easy, but be grateful for all who have shown us that our love had expectations. because the love of God and the Divine Mother is caring for all of this and keeping this all intact, unconditionally. To unconditionally be in the space of love yourself will bring you the greatest self-love, the greatest ease, the greatest creative flow, and the greatest joy you could ever imagine. And everything will make sense. You have to appreciate yourself, deeply appreciate yourself. So far beyond your body, your appearance, what people say, what has happened to you, your circumstances. Appreciate yourself, because she has made you who you are, and she does not make mistakes. We are the carriers of the seed of divinity, and we are also the carriers of the seed of ancestry. If you go with the seeds of divinity and you get a spiritual practice and you get a spiritual teacher, which is very helpful if they're connected to a spiritual energy that resonates with you. It's more like having a big semi-truck leading the way. It's easier for you. You get those spiritual seeds sprouting. You will experience the best of your ancestral seeds and the darkness of the ancestral past and the negative traits that we inherit and the shadow energy that got passed on to us will be transformed. And the more shadow energy we have, all the more fuel for the Kundalini energy to rise. And the pain and suffering we've had and all the negativity we've had and all the horrible things we've done, all the more power for the Kundalini energy to rise. It is fuel. Be grateful for your circumstances. Be grateful for all there is about you. And just start making the choices to use that to go up in consciousness. But don't leave yourself behind. We raise our consciousness with an openness to that energy that's calling us downward and making us act in ways that aren't beneficial, that are just instinctual, automatic survival responses. They kind of work, they got us here, but do they really work? Does it really work? People have relationship problems, they have problems at their jobs, they have problems with their neighbors, they have problems with themselves. And you can only mask it for so long. So we need to start becoming more vulnerable, becoming more honest. That will set us free. It takes great courage, but that's a requirement of the heart. The heart is the most beautiful place to live from. It's where mystics and saints reside. It's where the Divine Mother will talk to you. You just need to listen and get some space and clear up all the psychic debris and clutter. And how do you do that? Simplifying, getting some space, getting a consistent spiritual practice, dedicating yourself. Stop running. Get a spiritual foundation in your life. A genuine spiritual foundation, and appreciate and be grateful and thankful, so thankful for your precious, perfect life and for who you are, which is so special. This is your time now. You will never be you again here on earth. This is it.